We're here today at the United Nations headquarters, where the Security Council met to discuss one of the great geopolitical tensions of the 21st century, Russia's war on Ukraine. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov chaired the 15-member meeting and opened with the defense of his nation's special military operation, and accused Kyiv of being the aggressor. The United States ambassador to the United Nations Linda Thomas-Greenfield was the first to respond and sharply rebuked Lavrov, saying our hypocritical convener today, Russia, invaded its neighbor Ukraine and struck at the heart of the UN Charter. She continued, saying that this illegal, unprovoked and unnecessary war runs directly counter to our most sacred principle, that a war of aggression and territorial conquest is never, ever acceptable. Her words not only reflected the opinion of the United States, but of many other Western democracies as well. The harsh criticism of Russia's war in Ukraine continued with remarks from the UN Secretary-General Antonio Gutierrez, who himself criticized their ongoing war and explained that tensions around the world are at a historic high. In addition, he called for the extension of the Black Sea Grain Initiative that has made it possible for more than 25 million metric tons of grain and foodstuff to depart from Ukrainian ports for destinations around the world. However, Russia has already made motions to not renew the agreement when it expires in mid-May. Lastly, the UK ambassador to the United Nations Barbara Woodward and Japan's permanent representative of Japan to the United Nations Keiichi Ishikane both urged Russia to immediately halt its war in Ukraine and leave them alone. Woodward pointed out the unimaginable suffering and massive devastation Russia's war has caused in Ukraine, while Ishikane went further and called it an outright defiance of the principle of the UN Charter. Ultimately, the Security Council meeting reaffirmed the world's steadfast opinion that violence and aggression are not key in finding a peaceful resolution to geopolitical tensions. At the end of the day, it is up to Russia to honor the spirit of the UN Charter and end their war in Ukraine.